kept getting tagged in videos about the weird way Jeff Teague and the 520 podcast were talking about Angel Reese. So I looked up the video to see what he was talking about. And it was a video of him saying the best women's basketball player in the world couldn't even be a high school men's basketball player or a G League player. And I was like, I'm not even gonna speak on that because we've had this conversation so many times. But then I found the real video people are talking about. And when I say, think about the worst things they could have possibly said about her, times it by 1 million, add 3, and then double it. It was that bad. The video opened up with them saying, Angel Reese don't want to be a basketball player. She needs to go sell her coochie and she needs to be on OF. Angel Reese is 22 years old. We know her from her college career. And it's just like, at what point are these black men with platforms, especially in sports? Because in that same conversation, they were like, all right, we need to chill because we want to go to WNBA All-Star Weekend. Are you joking? Why would any black man feel comfortable speaking or joking about Angel Reese like that? Why is that funny? And I feel like I'm the party pooper and I am taking shit too serious and I'm always the woman defender. I feel like I need to get contracted as the Angel Reese defense attorney at this point because I don't understand why people feel comfortable talking about her the way that they do. I don't get it. And it's like every time I see one of these videos, it's a group of black men. And I'm thinking, do y'all not have sisters? Like if my older brother were in a conversation like that and men were speaking that way about me, he would be ass. He would whoop ass. What? And I'm not even gonna go on a rant and go off on them or insult them or try to get them canceled. I'm not, because people think that that shit is funny. And it's just like, what are we gonna do?
This will probably get vulgar.
Play basketball, she want a hoe. She got that hoe spirit. And she a basketball player. Don't know about this. Don't no woman play basketball. Them boys like don't no real woman shoot no hoop.
OMG, what is he wearing?
They learn home economics. All the lesbian boys like a big play. Yeah, so she been sells some only fan and trying to shoot a jump shot.
Yeah, she's transitioning, man. I mean, she was open. She said that she only makes $74,000 a year. But man, she makes more money.
Man, give me some pussy. I'll get her that. Me, I'll double that a year. And we ain't got to all the time. Yeah, oh, look how she dressed. Look how she take her pictures. She really want to be the hoe. She the only one rapping the hoe.
Maybe she's bringing more dudes to the.
She ain't doing what Shaq. Shaq told her to go dunk in her panties.
No, I ain't gonna let you do that one. It's a WNBA player that look like me and you. So she's trying to make it seem like
more girly. Yeah, she's trying to make it more like you can still be attracted to it. You ain't gotta be left-handed to play the W, basically what you said.
It's a Charleston White in the BEN on the FIFA right there. Ooh, she's trying to switch the narrative, bro.
I'll take that, dude.
And they dress it like this.
I'll take that. But I still think she need to do OnlyFans, like Shaq said. She need to dunk in her panties. Shaq told her that. Shaq told her she needed to go dunk in her panties.
Shaq didn't say that. He was out of pocket. Shaq is wild for saying that.
Y'all, stop.
I'm with you, Shaq. I'm with you. Some lace panties. Not no boy shorts.
All right, bro. If you don't know who Charleston White is, I mean, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? The only clips I've ever seen of this guy is him trying to intentionally rage bait people because he says the most off-the-wall stuff. Bro, he's like a living, breathing, like Uncle Ruckus. He's sick in terms of the things he says, and they lack any type of factual integrity. Truthfully enough, bro, I think Angel Reese can just post pictures of her, I guess, trying to feel good in her own body, her own skin, whatever the case may be. We don't know her outside from basketball. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We just seen how she's responded to people online, the Twitter trolls, and how she started her own podcast, like, for her goal to create her own narrative. We do not know what this woman do outside of that. All right. She makes $70K playing basketball, but she's made mad money outside of that. And at the end of the day, half of the stuff I'm sure she puts on social media is simply because she getting paid to do it. So this is what people are upset about because she wore this on New Year's Eve. I think she deleted her social media after, I guess, posting herself wearing this outfit. It's very strange, I think, that we hold Angel Reese to a standard that we don't hold any other woman to. Seriously. She just plays basketball. And that's where a lot of my critique has come in regards to how we look at a lot of the WNBA players. Like, strange enough, it's almost like they're held to a higher standard than the rest of us. Like, I understand, like, the NBA, like, you know, their male counterparts, we look at all the things they do outside the court and we critique everything. Like, you got fans that can see somebody at a restaurant and they're like, why is he not at the gym? He's supposed to be in the gym. And that was my fear, is that once you elicit more viewers to the WNBA, you're going to start bringing in the ignorant people that think that they need to lower the rim. You're going to bring in the fools that believe that basketball is 24/7. You're going to bring a lot of dummies. And that's what was my biggest fear in regard to the WNBA growing and attracting more viewers. The good thing is, though, the Unrivaled League is here, and it's right around the corner. So good enough, we're going to have players like Angel Reese being able to focus on basketball. I think that's good. So shout out to the Real Deal Hoopers for being able to get this league started, man. I don't know why we haven't seen something similar in the men's game, obviously probably because they have 82 games. But shout out to Bree Stewart. Look at that. I told y'all, bro. Literally everything Angel Reese does is sponsored. She's not. Hey, look, she got a price. I do agree to the phrasing that Jeff Teague and them had, that it could just be that Angel Reese is trying to be one of those people that just differentiate themselves for a lot of the counterparts and just trying to show that, hey, look, we got a little swag outside of the court. And she's doing a lot of what people believe that some of these WNBA players should have been doing. And that's been the marketing, their sexiness, or their appeal in regards to different brands. Hey, I wear makeup that, and I play basketball. I wear these clothes while I work out. I wear this, and I can look a certain way outside of basketball, The same way a lot of these guys that hoop, their counterparts, they could be like, oh, I wear this suit, I look dapper outside. I'm handsome outside the court, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You'd be able to just market to another audience. And I think it's just really just what it is.
Dunk in some panties with no bra on. Watch what them numbers do. That's how you sell tickets.
Nah, we don't need that.
Nothing to do with the podcast. They can't dunk. You can't none of them dunk from the
They
field.
are dunking now, though. It's a couple of them. You gotta watch it, bro. You gotta tap in. Like, Juju Watkins.
Man, we need an OnlyFans WNBA. Yeah, then I tune in. But I ain't been watching some long leg women run up and down the court with them knees. Yeah, man, with them knees. Them high knees. Them ain't no knees.
Shorty from the B.
Yeah, I was hoping they kept in the Russian jail. Yeah,
Dennis Rodman got her out.
Yeah, I was hoping they kept her motherfucking
Boy,
ass in that
I was so
Russian jail.
motherfucking bad at that shot.
Yeah, man.
Boy.
Anyways, this is my issue with a lot of these NBA guys having podcasts, is because a lot of these guys are not journalists. Why are they interviewing Charleston White? What good was it supposed to come of them talking to Charleston White? What was the purpose of that? Like, look, granted, I love this 520 podcast, Mo. These guys are hilarious. They provide some great insight into a lot of instances in the NBA. It's like Jeff Teague is tied to so much. They're not journalists. I honestly don't even take a lot of the basketball takes too seriously. But look, it's entertainment. I still don't understand what they believe was going to help them by bringing on Charleston White, but they fall into the same problems I think that a lot of these traditional journalists have fallen into, or traditional media has fallen into, is clickbait. Charleston White is a rage baiter, man. Like I said, if y'all don't know who do this, he's a rage baiter. He says things off the cuff that are meant to disturb people, cause commotion, and what it does in the end of the day is draw numbers to his name. So if you put him on your podcast, you put him on your show, he's going to say something that's so controversial that will allow people to come in and click and say, was that serious? Did he actually come in and say that? He's sick. Simple. And a lot of people subsequently have been upset at Jeff Teague, not only because of his content when he addressed how WNBA players would fare against their male counterparts on the court one-on-one, but then you add this to it, I can see why people are upset. But they keep on trucking, man. There's been plenty of instances they said things that have upset some people. They crack jokes, they do all that stuff. They're going to have to tone down a little bit more as they try to get bigger and bigger, because they're going to become more corporate.
Can't beat nobody in NBA.
No,
that might get spooked. Not one.
They did a whole.
We're talking bench players, everybody.
No,
sham
niggas. Do y'all know niggas on the bench used to average 40 in high school and nigga 20 in college? All type.
It's funny because she was on the Knicks Niggas podcast. It was like Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. She was like, if me and you play Josh Hart, who gonna win again? He said me. She's like 11-7. He's like, me 11, right? And they just had like a really funny joke about it. She was just like, nah, I'll get you up out of here. He just like, nah, let's not joke about that.
Yeah, let's not play around, bro. Like, niggas really gonna beat your ass. Like,
Yeah, no. The top WNBA player is not beating the 12th man.
she's not beating a nigga in the G League. She's not beating a nigga in college.
All right.
So Asia Wilson can't beat no.
So, in regards to that argument, I mean, there's a little truth to it, just simply because if you got to look at the counterparts, I mean, like, Asia Wilson, star, right? She's 6'4". Her counterpart in the NBA, 6'4", is a shooting guard. She plays center, power forward. Sometimes she'll slide her in the slot, but she's able to play on the wing and in the high post. Unfortunately, the game won't translate. She doesn't have to guard guards. All right. She's a good tweener because she's can back down a guard in her level, and anybody who's her height, she can get around them. It's just a difference in athleticism and strength. That's the biggest difference. If you're playing one-on-one with 3 dribbles, that's the biggest difference there. Is she very talented, and should she be respected as a hooper? Yes. But, like, why do we have to bring up the men in order to undermine the women? I think we can let them exist in their own world, just like we let the men exist in their own world. Because the opposite end of that would be crazy. If we're looking at NBA players and we're saying, oh, this guy is terrible, because if you look at what they're doing over there in the WNBA, I think we shouldn't do that. Unless we're talking about game styles. The WNBA is a little more fluid in their team creation, and a lot of people working under one umbrella in order to see success for the unit. I think that is a better thing to watch if you're a basketball purist, and you're going to typically see it when you're watching the women play. But, I mean, yeah, if you're just making up crazy hypotheticals just to undermine somebody, I don't know if there's any benefit there. All in all, what y'all think, man? 520, they wild? Let me know in the comments below.